Hello again, Internet. My name is Leeway Provis. This is Vent, and I am pissed. There's a reason why I'm pissed, and it has a lot to do with what I actually saw in my local rag yesterday. I will quote, "A looming nuclear waste dump in the top end may see the material first transported through Dubbo," says the Greens. I'm pissed off about this because it's basically reinforced Dubbo's reputation within the government as a dumping ground. Alright, when the riots were happening at the start of this new century, everyone that they didn't like, they ended up dumping in Dubbo. And as a result, the town itself has basically turned into a very undesirable place. So when the state government decided to change the college system, changed one of the school systems in the town, they chose Dubbo. And unfortunately now, it's become a dumping ground for any new teachers. Now, I know I shouldn't be saying this about new teachers and about the college, but unfortunately, there are not that many people who come out of that college the same person as they did coming in. Alright, basically, they're being forced to specialise before they've even been given a chance to generalise. And anyone in the medical industry would be able to tell you that specialising before you generalise is the stupidest idea out. It is unsafe. Alright? You got to know everything about where you're going in before you can choose an area to actually narrow your knowledge in. And it's stupid, absolutely stupid, to assume that people can specialise when they're just fresh out of university. It's a stupid idea. Alright? And now we have nuclear waste coming into Dubbo. Yes, it's going out towards the top end of Australia, but unfortunately, it's not going to take too long for the federal government to think, oh yes, we need to build another toxic waste dump. Where do you think the best place would be? I would suggest Dubbo. I agree with you. Dubbo sounds like a good idea as well. I third that option. Okay, Dubbo it is. Basically, it is ridiculous. Treat Dubbo like a town, or don't come near it at all. Okay, now on to the real news. Now, anyone who's been watching, well, YouTube and the news would know that Australia's coming into another election, and unfortunately they are throwing great big balls of, and one of those great big balls happens to have something to do with Tony Abbott's workplace relations reforms. Now, back when John Howard was in government, he was one of the politicians who supported individual workplace agreements and the Work Choices program under which that came. Unfortunately, that's what led to Howard's demise. And the word that's come out is that Abbott's possibly going to bring back in some, if not most, of the workplace relations reforms, including IWAs. Now, he's actually gone up and said the phrase work choices is dead. Now, they've actually picked up on the fact that he said the phrase work choices is dead. That brings up a very interesting thing because it's a lexical thing. It's not a policy thing, it's a lexical thing. And everyone's picked up on that and they've just said, right, you said the phrase is dead, but is work choices itself dead? And everyone's fairly interested to see what Abbott actually has up his sleeve. It's even possible he may bring back work choices completely. Now, on the other side of the table, we have Julia Gillard. And the comment that's been brought up about Julia Gillard comes from a Catholic archbishop. They've basically come out and said that Gillard's lack of religious alignment may cost her votes. Now, this is actually pretty interesting because there's two reasons. One, religion's probably played its most minor role in Australia since European colonisation. And it's especially been downplayed in this election. Abbott, again, has come around and said religious following will not play a part in this. The second thing actually has something to do with a quote which I heard, yes, on a TV show, probably a drama, which means it might not have much say here, but a quote that actually was made and very much makes a valid point, not just with this election but with governments in general. And the quote is, in order to allow religious freedom within a government, the government itself has to be free from religious alignment. Yeah. Basically what that quote says is that if a politician or a government has a religious following, they are more likely to actually follow in the lines of that religion's teachings. Whereas if they don't have a religious following, i.e. they're atheist, then they're not likely to follow any religious lines and therefore allow the most religious freedom, because they aren't aligned in any way to any particular religion. And that's kind of what's going on Julia's side at the moment. But yes, there are going to be people out there who think, oh my goodness, she's an atheist, she's not one of us, vote against her, and it's going to work against their favour, because strict religious followings turn out, I think, are actually more the minority than the majority here in Australia. Those who follow a religion, any religion, not just one particular one, are a minority here. And I think they may end up finding themselves in a little bit of trouble. Question time, guys. Now, I actually only have one question that I'm going to bring up. And that question is, do you think Julia Gillard's atheism may affect her votes? Of course, leave a comment in the comment section below. Sorry, leave your answer in the comment section below. Plus, if you want to say anything else about the what's been discussed in this video, leave that comment below as well. Alright, now, I actually don't have any links for this video, so yeah, kind of going to have to trust me on what's been said. Although if I have a look around, I'll probably find some links. Alright, now if you want me to talk about anything in this video, this little box up here saying saying message, just click that and it will send you straight to the YouTube messaging service, and you can put your topics in there. If you want to subscribe, just click up there. Now, I know there's a button just above this video, but I've also got a nice little box in the video itself. Yeah, my name's Leeway Previs. This is Vent. And for once, I've actually vented in a video. And I'll see you guys next time.